everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidi, and this is Chidi Adachi. I just wanted to welcome you back to my channel once again, and we are on the final part of our episode of Young, Famous, and African Season 3, and I am going to be doing the final review. So I have a little bit of my notes here for us to chit chat about a couple things and just kind of just wrap up the season. I noticed on my last video that I talked about, I forgot to mention one quick part. But before I mention that, I know everybody has gotten the news about Tubaba and Annie's relationship and them separating and possibly heading for divorce, or he confirmed that he filed for divorce. Somebody filed for divorce, that they are going to be ending their marriage, you know. I know this season, for season 3 of Young, Famous, in Africa, Annie was acting very erratic, just quite not herself, just very like, we're like, what's going on with Annie? But you know what Kanye said, men will leave you in the desert with no water. That's exactly what he's doing to her. She's always there to fight for him, always putting his needs above her need. So I hope Annie is taking care of herself. I hope she is, you know, mourning the loss of the relationship, but taking care of herself, and remembering that she has 2 beautiful girls who look up to her and want her to be the best that she can be. And of course it's going to be sad, you know, but as long as she has a circle of women that surround her and family members that are there for her, she can do anything she wants to do, you know. Yes, that was a big part of her life. She fought for that man, even though every time he was constantly embarrassing her and just doing foolishness outside of their marriage. And you know, she's there to pick up the pieces. Now she needs to focus on herself. Take care of yourself, Annie. Really take care of yourself. Don't rush to be like, oh, this is. Take care of yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. You have 2 children, 2 beautiful girls who look up to you, and you want to lead by an example to show them that it is not okay. And I hope, you know, you're doing okay. My heart goes out to you, and I hope you let your friends know what's going on with you and just let them support you. And those friends that are there for you in your time of need and when you're on your lowest are really some really close friends. So, you know, we've talked about that. I am very sorry to hear about that. Now let's move on to our final part. We're reviewing episodes 7 and 8. But before we start that review, I forgot to talk about the stuff that happened in episode 6 when Diamond Platinums invited Kefi out to dinner. Can you believe that man? He was like, oh, you know, yeah, let me try. He thinks everybody wants him. He thinks everybody's obsessed with him. Everybody loves him. Everybody wants Diamond Platinums because he's platinums. Yeah. So he invites Kefi out to dinner. And Kefi accepted. And when she accepted, I was looking at her like, Kefi, are you okay? But she played a good reverse Uno to him. Because, you know, she comes to dinner, they're chit-chatting, and she's asking him, you know, what are you and Fantana? He says, me and Fantana, we're just smashing. Flat out. I was like, wow, are you serious? Like, well, I guess, you know, he just says flat out they're smashing. So, you know, they're talking, and guess who walks in? I guess Kefi invited Fantana to dinner, and they have a conversation. They're grilling him, and he's like, oh my God, this is so effed up. And like, you know, he's just basically like digging the hole deeper and deeper for himself, and he doesn't know where to go. He just kept on talking rubbish, just stupidity, rubbish, and nonsense. He was just talking out of his own butt, his nyash. He was talking out of his nyash. He was talking foolishness. Yeah, he was caught. So yeah. So then he meets up with the guys. I think they're playing tennis or something like that. Something, if I'm correct, they're playing tennis. They're playing some kind of sport. And he's talking and he catches everybody up, and, you know, and he lets everyone know what Kefi did to him, and he was caught at that time. The scene, like when after they're talking, he's like, of course I fucked up. Oh my god, that was so funny. I went back and watched that multiple times because I was like, yo, literally when he said, of course, if I said the same thing, the same song popped in my head. Of course, I fucked up. Hey, hey, hands in the air. That song, and then they played the song. That was really funny to me. I was just like, wow. So yeah, but I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that part. So yeah, I will insert clips, but it was just funny. Just like he was like, wow, he was pissed, like he was really upset. And then I guess Fatana was like, oh, I was like, Fatana, you needed Kefi to do this to open your eyes. Okay, girl. 8, that's what we're gonna discuss. Luis and Shakib, they meet in the gym. They're chit chatting, and and they're working out and stuff like that. Of course, Shakib is a boxer, so he's very fit. And Louis, he looks fine. He's very handsome. He's tall. He's muscular. And they're working out and stuff like that. And then Shakib's like, yeah, I want to see what he's made out of. And he was doing all this extra stuff. And Louis is like, hey, hold up now. Like, are you serious? You are professional. I'm trying to keep up with you. And he was like, he was basically laughing. Shakib was laughing at Louis because he was like, this is light work for me. But I can still do what I need to do if you try it. Respect yourself, okay? Very much respect yourself. But yeah, doesn't mean I want to. That scene when they're doing the push-ups and stuff like that, and then Louis is like, yeah, I just brought you here to talk and work out. And while they were having the conversation, Luis brings up about like his dating life, and he wanted to settle down, but he also wants to meet someone that he can settle down with. But on top of that, he also wants to have a plan B, just in case it doesn't work out, that he still wants to be able to have his family. And he met a couple people in his DMs. I guess his DM has been blowing up, and his DM have been people have been propositioned to carry his baby. And then there are a couple people that he knows in real life that he's not gone into like a relationship, or like he's kind of back and forth, and he knows them, and they've thought about the surrogacy thing. So he wants to do like basically like a dinner meetup that Shakib can help ask questions to see if they'll be fit to be a surrogate for him for plan B, I guess. So he said he's going to do it. And we'll see. Kind of meet up to talk about the dates from hell, the dates that he had with Kefi, and she wanted to be like, let him know that she's upset with him and she doesn't appreciate how he makes her look dumb. I was just like, Fantana, this man, doesn't have to do much. You're allowing him to make you look foolish because you're choosing to believe that his person in Tanzania, his real relationship, is just his artist, and it's all over social media. And then when you guys are together, you guys are just, like he always says, you guys are just smashing. Because every time I've seen you, especially in this season, you meet up with Diamond, you guys chit chat, he gives you gifts, and then he says, let's go back home, or let's go upstairs, and you go upstairs. So we're not stupid. We know what is happening upstairs. You guys you're clapping bodies upstairs. That's what you're doing. You're making something shake up there, yeah? Shaking something, yeah. So you guys meet up, and they're talking. She kind of gives him her grievances of why she's upset with him, and yada yada yada. They talk about it. Of course, Diamond's able to sweet talk his way back into Fantana's panties. And she's like, okay, I forgive you. And she's like, oh, I feel sorry for Diamond because I do the same thing. So he kind of reminds me of myself. So that's the reason why. So I say, okay, if you're happy and you two are happy and you guys are okay, who are we to judge? Don't come to us. Like Swanky said, I've told you, you want to play with the big dogs. You want to bam bam? Go ahead. But if you come back, you better go cry premium tears. Don't come to me crying no premium tears, though. because that's what you're going to be doing. You're saying, oh, you're playing, but you're falling for all the foolishness that he's saying. So okay, be if that's what makes you happy. Fantana is just happy to be part. She's just happy to be there. And Diamond said, I'm sorry, he took off his glasses. Diamond is full of shit. He's full of nonsense. He's full of caca. He's just be talking nonsense just to make sure he can get back into the panties. That's what it is. That he just wants to get back in the drawers. So further, let me just look at my notes. Yes. Ini Edu decides to host Kaylee and Naked, and also has Zari tag along. So, you know, they come, they're chit-chatting. Of course, Zari, you know, like Zari likes to say something. She likes to just throw in it. She's like, oh my God, thank God you have food. But I felt her, because how are you going to invite me to your house and you don't have any food? Especially if you're expecting us to have a long conversation. Probably all day I've been working. I've been doing things. I've been cleaning. I've been working. I've been running errands. And I know that, you know, you invited me to your house. So I was like, yes, she's a beautiful babe. You know, she's chocolate brown sugar, and she's Nigerian. So I'm expecting you to have food in your house. There should be something to me that is going to be filling my belly when I come to your house. And if I come to your house and you don't have food, I will be so pissed. I'll be pissed. I'll be like, yeah, let's finish this conversation so I can get some food, because I'm hungry. So I hate that when people invite you over and they expect you to stay there for a long time. I want to be fed. I want to eat. I want to drink water. I want to drink something. Champagne, water, Prosecco, whatever you have. Something good. Some food that's going to make me be like, yes, let me relax and listen to your conversation. But yeah. So they have a conversation, and you know, Kaylee finally admits that she yes, honey, that tea hit. Oh yes. Oh, I'm having peppermint tea and hibiscus tea. I put a little bit of honey in there. So if I sound congested or just I look very tired, I'm not feeling that well. But I said, I made a promise to myself that I have to have this video out to you guys. So I said, let me put on something cute from my closet. This dress is from, it's an old Grassfield dress. It was like a dress that I bought a while ago before they closed, and now they're open again. And then these earrings are Anthropologie, no makeup on. I'm just like, I'm here, let me just do this, and yeah, keep it pushing. So yeah, they are meeting up, and then they kind of go talk about, you know, their relationship. Of course, you know, Naked thinks she's happy, but she's not happy. So they really get into the nitty gritty of their relationship. It kind of goes left. He walks out because, you know, he feels like he's being ambushed, but he's not listening, because I feel like every time she brings it up to him that, you know, she wants to be married, it gets very annoying, especially if you're in a relationship with someone who's older and you're younger, and keep on bringing the same thing up over and over again. You feel like you are basically being a burden or being a nag, and if the person is giving you the same answer, like, oh, they don't care, whatever, or like, yeah, you're gonna be like, well, F you too. Like, I can't keep on putting my life on hold just because you don't care or you don't feel like doing it right now, but you're promising me that, oh, that's what you want. But then when we're in front of our friends, you're like, you're not ready. Well, I'm ready. You guys have been in a relationship for 5 years. So what are you waiting for? You're waiting for something to drop, the other shoe to drop, or because she's a beautiful girl, she can find someone who's ready to settle down and move forward with her. So yeah, it just kind of turns into a very like, yeah, I don't think she expected him to walk out. So, and Ini just told her, like, you know, if he does decide to propose to you, you can't keep on forcing it on him, because who wants to be married to someone or get engaged because you're forcing it? Because it takes away the joy, it takes away the element of surprise. If I'm in a relationship with you, I don't want to be forcing you to propose to me. And then if I keep on nagging you and our arguments about proposing, and then you finally propose, yes, in that moment, it's exciting, yes. But then for me, it will take out the joy and peace and just the romance of it all, or whatever. It's just because I felt like I had to nag you to get it. It feels like, I feel like in the future, he might throw it in her face. And I think Annie was saying, don't, if he does decide to do it, it's going to be like a shut up proposal ring for you. So I wouldn't accept the ring. Luis and Shakib goes out to this dinner and they're talking. I think it's going to be 5 different women. They're going to come. I think out of the 5 women, he knows 2 of them. And they're gonna interview them and stuff like that. So as they're talking, Luis tells Shakib that he invites Ini Edu, and Ini walks in. She looks beautiful, of course, but as they get into that, you know, I think Ini thinks she's just hanging out with the boys, maybe thinking it's going to be like a casting call or something like that, because I guess Luis wants to get into directing, and that's not what it's about. So once they get there and like they're explaining everything to Ini, she starts to say, like, you know, it's not right, because for a woman of her stature and what she's been to do the surrogacy thing, she doesn't feel right to judging women to say, oh, you are fit to be a mother, or these are the standards or criteria that makes you to be fit to be a mother. Because everyone has certain things that happen in your life. You don't know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is not promised, and lives, you know, things can happen that you just don't expect to happen. Let's say you decide to choose this person as your surrogate, and then something happens medically that person cannot go through with the pregnancy. It's a lot of emotions and stuff like that. And then it just got very, very like elevated, and Ini kind of breaks down and talks about her situation, about having multiple miscarriages and the reason she had to do a surrogate, and just, it was a lot. She opened up about her story, and I don't think Luis knew at the depth of it. So he felt kind of like, oh shoot, if I knew the depth of it, I wouldn't have brought her here. But then I feel like they kind of got lost in translation and communication wise, because of how Annie was feeling and then how Luis was feeling. So they got into a huge argument, and she said she was leaving, and then Luis said, well, you can leave then, you know, I'm not trying to force you to be here. But then like Annie was like, who are you talking to? Like, you can't just, it was just a miscommunication. I feel like both of them were wrong, because if Luis knew the sensitivity of Ini's surrogacy journey, I don't think he would have invited her to this. I think he just wanted a second opinion of if he should really go through with this, if it's going to be proper, or if it's going to cause him a lot of headache in the future. But I think Ini was the wrong person to choose, but he didn't know about her story. So I guess hindsight is 2020, and it just turned into a big mess. My God, the commentary that Shakib was given for the surrogacy people, the ladies that want to offer themselves for surrogacy, was so funny. He was like, you guys don't like each other. And then the girl that had a boyfriend, I'm like, are you okay? Is something wrong? So how are you going to have a boyfriend and then you want to come and carry another man's child? Because when she said she had a boyfriend and I found that out, me and Shakib were on the same team. Like, how are you going to say you love your boyfriend and you are in a relationship, but you want to come and be a surrogate for another man? Are you okay? Go on. I was like, girl, you get out. You don't know what you want. So it was very funny. The commentary was very, very funny to me. The last date that Louis had with this, she's so gorgeous, is beautiful. I forgot her name, but they had such, you can tell the chemistry was instant. I was like, they were giggling, they were flirting. So Shakib had to leave, but I was like, I hope that next season that they are in a relationship, hopefully, or at least they give it a try to see if it can go turn into a relationship, because they have a really cute banter, cute connection. It was just it was good to see Shakib. Oh my God, I said Shakib. It was good to see Louis very happy and just enjoying life and just laughing. It was really, really cute to see that. I was like, oh yeah, let them continue to have that little chat and that little banter. It was very, very, very cute. I love it. Nadia invites everyone to like a pool day, like a beach club thing. And so everybody comes to hang out at the beach, everyone's like sitting down, Nadia apologizes. She kind of opens up about how she was feeling, and just apologizing to everyone about what happened at the event that Naked lied about that him and Annie hosted. The event he and Annie hosted. So yeah, so that's she just apologizes and tells everyone that she was just a lot built up, and she just says she and Annie are not going to be friends, but she can be cordial. So that's all we like, someone who's going to be accountable for their actions, and then say, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, after Nadia's apology and stuff like that, she was like, okay, what's going on with everybody? So everyone's kind of talking, and then Shakib, Swanky was asking questions, so Shakib was apologizing on behalf of what happened. Just turned into a screaming match. Shakib was talking about apologizing to Ini Edu, and then Ini was just talking about what happened and just feeling disrespected by Luis. And then Luis was trying to apologize, and she said her side. Luis started saying his side, and then Swanky interrupted. It just turned into a hot mess. Everyone was shouting at each other, screaming, and just da-da-da-da. I think both people were wrong, Luis was wrong because he should have been more upfront about what he was doing, and kind of explain to Any that, oh, this is going to be about him, his plan B, like how he told Shakib it was going to be about his plan B. I don't think he fully divulged that information to Any, because if he had done that, I don't think Any would have showed up. And I don't think Any was expected to be triggered. Lashed out on Louis, and he didn't know the full scope of her story. So both of them are wrong. So, but it's not fair. I don't think it was fair how Swanky and Ini were just going in on Luis. They were just being like shouting and screaming, and just it was a lot. And you can see in Luis' face, he's not the kind of person that likes to fight. And I feel like he felt very sorry. That's why he wanted to apologize to Ini at that moment. But everything just got heightened, and then he and Swanky were just throwing F-bombs at each other. They were like, F you too, F you, F you, F you, F you, F you, F you. And it was just a lot, and I feel like it was just emotionally draining, because I think he was thinking that, the surrogacy thing was going to be a good deal, a good plan for him. But I feel like the more he thought about it, he felt very bad, because he finally knew the full scope of Ini's story, Ini Edu's story, about why she decided to do surrogacy. And he said if he had known, he wouldn't have invited her. And then just thinking about everything, I feel like everyone forgets that he doesn't have a family. Everyone forgets very quickly that he doesn't have a family. He's excommunicated from his family. He lives alone, and he craves that family dynamic so badly. That's the reason he wants to do the surrogacy thing. But he's just very lonely, and I feel like he's misunderstood, and he's a very easy target for them to pick at, because he's not going to be combative. I feel like this season he stood up for himself a bit more, but like in his spirit, you can tell he's not the kind of person that picks a fight or wants to go at it. He seems to be like a calm, cool, and collective person, and just wants to have a good time. So just watching that was very sad, and just looking at him after the whole situation happened was very sad. And I think, like he said, he's not going to discuss the surrogacy thing anymore with the group. And I think that's best, because not everybody sees it the way he sees it, and some people are not very some people don't empathize with him. So like I feel like they understand and feel sorry for him, but like they kind of go back to their own life. They maybe go into therapy and decide if this is an option you want to do, and then see if there's a clinic or something that you can do the surrogacy thing, and just do that, and not bring it up to them anymore. Because I feel like they see that as a target and try to target you and then just shout at you, and it's very disrespectful. And I feel both Ini and Luis's point of view, both of them are wrong, but I don't think that Swanky should have gotten that involved, especially in shouting and cursing at Louis the way he was. It was just very, it was a... I see Connie makes another intro. She leaves Dubai to come back to South Africa to see her friend, her brother Naked, because I guess Naked and Kaylee are fighting or just not having peace in home because of this whole thing about marriage and about Quentin feeling that he is not capable. He doesn't want to be a failure, because I guess technically if he does get married to Kaylee, this would be his third marriage, and he doesn't want to be seen as a failure. I guess his family, his mom and dad have been together for a long time, so you know, they have a discussion, they talk about everything, you know, he talks about his fears. And I understand, you know, if you've done something multiple times, like everyone says divorce is like a death in the family, and he already has a son, so doing all of that and then feeling like you get if it doesn't work out, you've let everyone down and yourself, it can be a lot. But you cannot continue to punish the person that you choose to call your partner about everyone else's mistake. You make mistakes, she makes mistakes, you have a past. So as we get older, I hope we learn from our past to move forward in the future. So he needs to learn from the things that he's done in the past and not get and take from those and move to the future. And like how they did couples therapy in season 1, before they do walk down the aisle and make it a legal document and a legal binding marriage, they need to go to counseling and work on some of their communication issues. My God. Okay, so Swanky is throwing a party, and it's going to be, you know, Swanky, no styling. No Swanky, no styling. They need to put that in a t-shirt. No Swanky, no styling. Like, yeah. So yeah, he has a party, and it's going to be this Bridgerton, like fairy wonderland, very just ethereal dinner party. I loved it. I loved how everybody looked so regal. I was expecting Swanky to do like a main entrance, and then Swanky just pops out. I'm like, what is this, Swanky? I'm expecting a main entrance from you. This is your party. I'm expecting you to open the doors, and then Swanky does his walk and comes out and say, hello everybody, it's my party, welcome to Swanky's, you know, something. And Swanky just pops in like, hey, everybody looks nice. I was like, And then guess who does the entrance that I was expecting Swanky to do? Diamond. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It was Diamond who did the entrance that I was expecting. I was like, okay, oh. And then Diamond was, I said, well, Diamond, what are you wearing? I was like, oh, I was like, hey. Oh. Me and Kefi had the same reaction. I was like, what is he wearing? I guess he's wearing a kilt. But like he was saying, you know, I love my legs. He has some chicken legs, but he rocked it with confidence. That's what, you know, it's all about the confidence. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you're wearing. If we have not learned anything from Diamond, you have to wear everything with confidence. It's about your own swagger, the je ne sais quoi that you have. You have to rock it with confidence. And you know, even though we were like, what is this? What does he got on? But he was rocking it with confidence. He comes, he says hello to everybody. He and Fantana kiss. I was like, you could keep that. Every time they kiss, it feels like Fantana is swallowing Diamond. She wants to eat him, like she's swallowing him. So I said, please keep it for the bedroom. You know, since you guys are smashing, we don't want to see it, okay? So, you know, everybody's chit-chatting and, you know, having fun. And then they kind of talk a little bit. Everyone says hi. You can still see there's a little bit of tension between Luis and Ini. She's not really giving him any time of space, any time of day or anything like that. But can we just say how Ini looks so gorgeous? When I saw her come in, I was like, yes, she looks like she looks like a princess, like Princess and the Frog, Tiana and Princess and the Frog. I was just like, she just like Miss Brown Sugar, Madame Ini Edu. She looks beautiful. I was just like, I have a girl crush on Ini Edu. I can't say I'm just like, I have been watching her movies, Nollywood movies. I was just like, wow. When she came out, saying that's the African queen, that's the Nigerian babe, and she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. So everybody goes to the dining table, everyone's talking and just chatting and everything like that. And then Annie comes in. I was shocked. I was like, but Annie looks good. I was like, okay. She comes in peace. Annie said, I don't want problems. Annie said, no problem today. I'm here to support and be here for my best friend. So it's good to see that her and Swanky are putting their differences aside. They sat next to each other, which was really cute. So, you know, Diamond gives a very nonsense speech, like just nonsense speech. Yeah, he was just talking about, you know, whatever he and his girlfriend do in something, I don't know. So basically saying that it's not about business what he and Fantana are doing, that we are all adults, we can read between the line that he and Fantana are doing, and if he decides whatever he's doing it with Fantana. So yeah, I guess they were trying to prove a point. But I was just like, Fantana's like, yeah, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man. And I was just like, Fantana, sit down. But you know, they kiss again. I said, oh, okay. You know, they were trying to prove a point. We got the point. Don't come to us crying anymore. Don't, if he make you look like a fool, like Swanky said, please cry those premium tears and leave us alone. Leave us out of it. So Kefi gives like a very rude speech. Like she was like, it was kind of like an insult and a couple dig speech, because I guess she was trending about her marriage being a fake marriage when she was in the States, when she was traveling. And she's like, you know, the first person that mentioned that to me a couple weeks ago was Zari, because she said, oh, I saw it on Instagram, was it like an influencer thing? I was like, okay, I thought that her and Zari already talked about it, and she said no. But she was still harboring that thing that Zari said that was, oh, is it a fake marriage, when Zari asked her. So I thought like they squashed it, but apparently not. So she brought it up. And just kind of talking about it. Her and Zari had a couple words. So she just did like a very weird cheers, just very like, it was like, I thought we were going to have a nice event, but I guess not. So Zari gets up and says, you know, yes, I ask you if it's like, because how can you divorce when you guys didn't have like a proper marriage? So it was just a back and forth and things like that. Things got out of hand. Zari, you know, Zari has a sharp tongue. So Zari's like, yes, you know, this is what I said, but I thought you were a woman enough to come to me, and if you still had an issue, I didn't know you had an issue. So the whole stuff they go back and forth. So Kefi decides to get up out of her seat and throw a drink at Zari, like she wanted to fight. She's like, oh, so you want to fight? She got up, she threw the drink. Like I was like, what are we doing? Like, what is the reason? Can you not talk? Didn't she let you have your own conversation? Didn't she let you have your toast of insultment? You got up and had a toast of insults. And now she's doing her own toast of insults back to you. But you want to get up and start throwing drinks and stuff like that. Calm down. Like, it's not that serious. It was just... but I like how Shakib got in the middle of it, said, madam, I know you have issue with my wife, but you're not going to be throwing drink and glass at my wife. I don't know who you think you are, but relax. That's my babes. You need to calm down. So he was there to defend his wife. You know, he and Zari kind of was like, whatever, this is just kind of whack. So they left. And then Naked and Kaylee was just like, yeah, like, what is going on here? They left too. They had a surprise for Kaylee. So they're at this beautiful penthouse, sweet house or whatever. And he was like, you know, like he's always joking on her about her sports jerseys. So he asked her which one she wanted to be. I don't remember what team, so please. So she chooses, and then he just kept on telling her, you know, how much he's happy to be to have her in his life, and just asking her for forgiveness for him being very dismissive. But then he got down on one knee and he pulled out a ring. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting it. I thought he was just gonna do like a promise, I promise, like a promise ring, and just be like, oh, let's start looking for houses or something like that. I didn't think he was actually going to propose. I think Quentin wants to be married. Naked wants to get married, but he's afraid of failing. So, like I was saying, if they're going to truly walk down the aisle, before walking down the aisle, they need to do couples counseling, like how they did in season 1. They really need to do couples counseling, and he needs to be less dismissive, because he can be very dismissive for no reason. Like, she can be telling him how she feels, and he's very dismissive, and he needs to work on that. And she needs to talk to him before talking to everybody about stuff is going on. They need to just get better communication skill. But it was so sweet and beautiful when he proposed, and she was like, yes, yes. So it was really cute. And Luis decides to speak, and he gives a very heartfelt apology to Ini. I was just like, I felt so sorry for Shakib. Oh my God, I said Shakib. For Luis. I felt so sorry for Luis. I was like, Shakib. I was like, wait. I felt so sorry for Luis, because like, as he's talking, you can see his face, his heart. You can tell it was a very genuine apology. You can tell that he did not mean any malice or ill will or anything like that against Ini, and he really did think about what happened, and he took ownership, and he felt so sorry about it. And Ini's face was like, she was like, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to hear the apology. But like, when she really just listened and gave him a chance and let him talk, and he really apologized, she couldn't fight it anymore. She was like, I'm sorry too. When someone really owns up and takes accountability of something they did, even if they didn't mean to hurt you, but they apologize for hurting you, it makes it easier for the person to receive it. And she received it. She apologized back to him. They gave each other a big hug, embraced each other. It was all love. I love that we ended in that, like, that they both came to a resolution, and everyone had fun, dance, and then, just be married. I wish that, we had more episodes, but I'm glad that, he apologized, and any accepted apology. They gave each other a good hug, embraced each other, apologized to each other. You can tell Luis is a very kind soul, and I hope he finds love one day, that someone that cares about him and gives him a family that he can build. And I hope he doesn't keep on harping on the fact that having a baby would be the key for his family to forgive him, because yes, the child is innocent, so they're not going to take it out on the child, but he has to think about, what if they still don't accept him if he has a child? Is he ready to make that commitment to be someone's father? It's not about just putting your sperm into an egg to fertilize it. Are you ready to be someone's papa, somebody's baba, when they are crying, daddy, 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 can you do this for me? Are you there to be like, let me wipe your tears, are you ready for that? So I think he needs to just kind of go to therapy and figure some things out, and just maybe get into a relationship and then think about kids. But overall, I loved this season. I wish there was more, but I'm glad it ended on a good note. And yeah, I feel like every episode was events drama, but it wouldn't be young, famous, and African. And everybody looked good at the finale, and yes, I really enjoyed it. So hopefully we will be getting a season 4. I am excited. And if they do decide to come back with a season 4, Annie, please do not give that man any more of your space. I want you to be in a good space. And please, can we get Andile back? Yes, can we get Andile back? We miss him. He's a good our gentleman in training. He's a good one to help kind of calm Annie down. But if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I was really excited to do. I said this season I want to do a review, because I've been watching this show since its inception, and it's very exciting. So I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, and what was your favorite outfit for the season finale? And I will be back sometime next week to give you a little something. So please like, give a thumbs up, and I will check back with you. And it's your girl Chidi Adachi, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Do not let anyone ruin your day, and just remember to check in on your friends, check in on yourself, and if you're not feeling it or you're not having such a good day, listen to your body, rest, and just, you know, be. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. Bye.